Here we are again. It's Sunday. It's August 2nd, and I welcome you back to the channel. It's been a busy week, and before we get on to this, I'd like to thank everyone for all their comments, and even the negative ones, because honestly, negativity on the flip side has positivity. And for that, I am grateful because that allows positivity to shine. So thank you for it. I still have another 500 comments to go to approve of, but we're going to get there. So the game plan is this. This is 2 weeks after I reacted to the delivery method and the recitation of the Quran. So is it a song? The Quran is not a song. Okay, everyone, listen carefully. The Quran is not a song. I know that. Okay? I was saying song as song in the heart, song of declaration, and song of praise. Read deeper into the messages there. This channel is set up for music, art, and poetry. I do not wish to make my YouTube channel a focus of religious study. Okay? That's my choice. That's a free will choice. It was also my free will to say, yes, I'm going to go ahead and look at the recitation of the Quran. I hadn't seen it before. Why not? We always learn new things, so what's wrong with that? So I've been called a moron, I've been called an idiot, I've been called dumb, and I accept all those, and ignorant. Yes, I am ignorant, because I don't know yet. Ignorant means unlearned, right? Am I an idiot? I hopefully put someone in their place today for that, because they called me out by my name. Kelly Deacon, you are an idiot. No, I'm not, okay? Because when people talk about this is what I'm going to say. If I'm going to embrace inclusion, diversity, I have the courage to share it, okay? Lifelong learning, making something that positive out of what could be negative, then that's an idiot. I take it, all right? I accept it. So there you go. Now, let's get on to today's reaction. After popular I wouldn't say demand, because nothing's really demanded, right? But after popular comments, I saw that we need to maybe come back to this, and I'm willing to do that because I would like to know a little bit more. And one could say, well, why are you doing that? You shouldn't be doing that. Who are you to say? So I'm going to stand up for what's true and right and honest and pure. And if I'm going to react to something, you're going to get a reaction. You're not going to get acting here. And I think for the most part, you'll agree. So let's do this. I have a few names here, and today's going to be a double feature. Okay, we're going to go with the a look at, and I'm not going to use the word verses because I don't like verses like it's that, or this or that, or whatever. It's going to be a comparison. And I'm going to look at the call to prayer and also the names of God. Now, I'm familiar with Emmanuel, Jehovah, Yahweh, Abba, Adonai, Allah, the great I am. And then we get into more descriptive names, okay? So we're going to do that as well. And before I start, there's a couple things that you need to look at. As far as Christian, the ringing of bells is kind of their call to prayer. The Muslim, obviously, and I may say this wrong, Adhan, call to prayer. Jewish, actually, prayer is Baruchu, and I might have said that wrong as well. Again, maybe that is ignorance. I don't think I'm an idiot for it. I think it's ignorance because I don't know how to say it yet. But I'll learn. Okay, here we are, and now the Jewish prayer, they do recitations as well from the Torah, and it's done to alert people of take time out to pray in a ritualistic way. So even in the Anglican, Catholic, Lutheran, those types of denominations in Christendom, yes, they do have bells that ring 3 times a day, 6 noon and 6 p.m. for the faithful to recite the Lord's Prayer. All right, so that's 5 minutes into this. I just want to give a little bit of a rounded view of everything that I could put in here of the research I've done, because this is not one-sided. If I'm going to put religion on the channel, which I didn't want to do, but since I am, we're going to go ahead and make sure it's well-rounded and a little bit of everything. There's so many different ways people pray. There's different creeds, different faiths, different religions, and we need to respect them, okay? Buddhism, it's a lot with meditation, okay? So yeah, anyway, let's do this. I saw the very beginning of it, and I thought this one looks like one to check out, so let's do it. I do thank you for all your subscriptions during the week, and the comments as well. I will be getting back on the music here, probably yet today, for scheduling out for YouTube. So, but we're going to take time out to go ahead and check out this, because there were so many comments and so many suggestions and a lot of great comments too. So let's do it. All right, the first one up is called a prayer, and it's called Method, the Christian Adhan versus the Muslim Adhan. And the thing about this, I don't like verses. I think that it needs to be in comparison to, possibly. So I'm going to double click on that. And here we go. I'm going to take a quick pause right here. Now, what I noticed is this seems to be a group effort, which is wonderful. I think the ringing of bells is very prominent. Like I said, in Christendom, there's several denominations that use this for a call for worship and kind of alerting people, which is great. Now, what I do notice here is, even though it's a group of people, no one's really saying anything. They also don't have any smiles on their faces. And did you notice the one guy sitting over on a bench by some windows, I guess? He didn't have a great expression either. That kind of concerns me. It doesn't look like a very joyful event at all. So, anyway, let's get started again. Here it goes. Okay, it cut right to this that says, now listen to the Muslim way of calling people to prayer. So I think that, let's see, that's 21 seconds into it. And so this could be just a few minutes long, but let's see what this is all about. And yes, I will be reading the words just like I did in the first one. Once again, I chose not to react to religion, or should I say the holy word of God. To me, and I will say this again, it's a calling in the heart. It's a nudge. It's a journey of faith. And that is a personal experience. It can be shared, yes, but that's something that comes with the hunger for the word, hunger for knowledge, and that's called spiritual knowledge. You do not have to be educated or intelligent to understand God's love. At least that's how I understood it. Because spiritual knowledge comes, and your intelligence will come, and education comes from the Word. So anyway, now that I've got that out, let's get on it. Here it goes.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا
True. Muhammad is a prophet, yes.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله
Oh.
أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة.
Okay, I'm going to take my pause here. I love the sound of this. I love the emotion. I can hear his breath in, like I said with the other one. There's something about that power of declaration. And I know I said song before, but you understand song is a song of ages. It's a song of the heart, praise and declaration. It's a psalm. It's more than just as one would define it. But I'm reading this, and I'm not in agreement with the destructive look of the background here. I think they're coming from maybe look at what can happen if maybe you don't come to prayer, natural disasters, destruction of the world, and things like that. So I'm not real comfortable with the visuals in this particular one. But again, this is a reaction. Once again, this is my opinion. It's a reaction. It's not acted. I'm not going to pretend. Okay? So if you come here for the real thing, then I'm glad you're here and you're in the right place. Okay? Now, this is not taking away from the Quran. Okay, please understand, I got a lot of comments on this. And also, in regard to the first video, I said it's not very easy to do. I can see that. I imagine there's training involved, practice and training to be able to do what he does in the melodic tones. So let's start again. Here it goes. I'm interested to see where the video is going to go with this. Okay, here it goes.
حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا
Okay, let's do a quick pause again. So it went from this destructive looking in nature and maybe man-made destruction as well to come to salvation. So I get that, the universe coming together, things happening, cataclysmic events. But then look at this. All of a sudden, now we see the water drop. How beautiful nature is. Notice nature is all symbiotic. it has a purpose, and that is very, very good. I do really see God's work in nature. That's my opinion. Once again, maybe some people don't see that, but I do, because of those symbiotic relationships and the perfection that nature has. So let's keep going now. We've got about that much more of the video to go, and then I'm going to move on to what's called Coke Studio Special, and this will be the names of God, which is, I'm interested to see. Here we go again. And that's the end of the video. I guess it stopped pretty abruptly there again. So all in all, I saw that the comparison was, the Christian way seemed very methodical. It was predictable. It had no emotion. But the ringing of bells is a way and a calling, and it's almost like giving praise in a way. You compare that to that of the other one is very personal. You feel it from the heart and the inside of this call to prayer. Now, this is all call to prayer right now. We're not talking about getting into, the actual study. So as I was doing some research on call to prayers, I realized that there's ways in the Christian call to prayer. For instance, the canonical hours. It marks kind of division of days, and it's basically your fixed intervals for regular intervals of prayer. It's in the Catholics, it's liturgical book. It's used for varying forms of Christendom, psalms, scriptures. Now, in the Jewish prayer service, they have things that are recited before certain events, and before they read the Torah, which is the Old Testament, for so many books of the Bible. And they have a person that's trained in the vocal arts who helps lead that congregation in that songful prayer. It's called a cantor. And so I thought it would be very good to go ahead and give that kind of education here. So I think that kind of covers a lot of my notes here. So I'm going to put this down, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one here. So we got a double feature today. So hopefully this one will be interesting as well. And thank you for the recommendations, by the way. I have several to choose from, and that second part of that one we just saw was one of the recommendations as well. So, and this one as well. So here we go. All right, Coke Studios presents. Oh, hi, little man. Oh, Asma ul Husna. Okay.
يا من هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق البارئ المصور الغفار القهار الوهاب الرزاق الفتاح العليم القابض الباسط الخافض الرافع المعز المذل السميع البصير الحكم اللطيف الخبير الحليم العظيم الغفور الشكور العلي الكبير الحفيظ المقيم الحسيب الجليل الكريم الرقيب المجيب الواسع الحكيم الودود المجيد الباعث الشهيد. الحق المكين القوي المتين الولي الحميد المحسن المبدي المعيد المحيي المميت الحي القيوم الواجد الماجد الواحد الصمد القادر المقتدر المقدم المؤخر الأول الآخر
Alpha, yeah.
الظاهر الباطن الوالي المتعال البر التواب المنتقم العفو الرؤوف مالك الملك ذو الجلال والإكرام المقسط الجامي الغني المغني الماني الظاهر النافي النور الهادي البديع الباقي الوارث
That's beautiful.
الرشيد الصبور.
That's really something else. And the great I am. That was beautiful, definitely. I really enjoyed his presentation of it. What's the matter, little man? The way that it just became powerful, it became subdued, it became submissive, it became exalting. It was praiseworthy. Very well done. No, it was not the Quran, but, you know, it was a great way to start engaging in this sort of thing, is to just get the differences out there, the education out there, inclusion, some diversity, what is joy, what is praise, what is song, how can song be more than just a song? Okay? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be more, I'm sure, down the way. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to wrap this one up. It looks like 23 minutes. I know today was a double feature, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about the incredible outpouring of passionate comments and how wonderful that truly is. And even the ones that weren't nice, it's okay, because that helped bridge that show the light to what is positive. You see, so you can balance it. It's perfect. All right. Thank you again.
أشهد أن لا